Greetings, and today I've got this package that appears to have gone through a small war zone or two, but it's hopefully still in good shape inside. We'll see. This is an IBM NetVista desktop computer system that you may have seen if you've watched the channel Retro Man Cave in the past couple of months or whatever. I don't remember when the video went up exactly, but yeah, this is from Neil. And he actually did a couple of videos about these where he just got this whole lot of them for pretty cheap. And they were all disgusting, needed a lot of cleaning for one thing, but also a good bit of repair work and restoration and just all sorts of things that, yeah, he ended up going through all of them. I think there were 14, something like that. And he ended up with a bunch of them that he was able to get together, and several of them ended up being parted out. But anyway, I ended up getting this here because what he ended up doing was putting a number of them up at auction on eBay for charity. Ended up going for 480 pounds or a little over 600 US dollars, and yeah, about $100 in shipping. You know, obviously these computers aren't worth that, but it's for charity, so whatever. This was 100% of the profits going to the Brighter Futures Wiltshire to help the NHS. So yeah, all the folks over there doing some rather difficult work, you know, dealing with all the things going on right now. And so, yeah, I just wanted to support the charity anyway, so I donated to it and also bid on this in case, you know, I don't know, just to see if I'd win, and I did. But, I mean, look at this thing. All that work, and maybe it survived. If it doesn't, whatever. It was just for charity. I didn't really need this computer exactly, but you know, I'm gonna use it if it works. I just, again, wanted to support the auction and the good cause that it was going for. But let's go ahead and open it up. Where is my, it's here somewhere. Well, don't know where my box cutter is, but this'll do. Hey, got a note in here and some capacitors. Dear Clint, thank you so much for your amazing bid to win this PC and help to make a difference for my local hospital. I hope it brings much happiness to you and my collection. It certainly will, it already has. And I haven't even gotten to it yet. Best wishes to you too, Neil. And thanks for the capacitors. Always handy. Because yeah, a lot of these machines, again, check out his videos if you want to see like some of the other work that was done to some of them. They needed recapping. Oh wow. This is just gonna come right apart. Oh, we got some additional rails, and ooh, we got 128 megs of PC-133. Yeah, he said he'd sent along some extra parts, which is quite nice, quite considerate. He ended up with a decent number of extra parts, I believe, by the end. It's just the box. The box is terrible. I hear some things rattling around in there. Yeah, not a good sound. And here we go. Well, that is the computer. Let's move this camera. Got some dings and scrapes and all that, but you know, it had that before it was shipped out. These have been very well used and worn over the years, but he did a good job cleaning them all up. Windows 2098. Maybe I'll install 2000 on here. I think he has 98 on here right now. The drives seem to be secure, but I don't know what that is. Let's just open it up and see. Love how easy these NetVistas are to get into. So this exhaust fan just flapping around. I guess it just came loose or something. I was hoping it wasn't like some plastic piece broken off and dead, you know? I mean, you never know. Can't quite get it to slide in the right spot. Should go right there, but whatever, I'll get it later. Oh yeah, the lovely Pentium 4 system. You know, again, pretty simple. These aren't worth what I paid, but worth is completely pointless in this respect since it was a charitable cause. Yeah, looks like this one does come with one of those NVIDIA cards. Vanta 16, similar to a computer I had back in 2001. I'm quite curious to check this out. I'm wondering if this is one of the recapped ones. Some of those do look a little different. Nice work, Neil. Very clean. Oh man, especially seeing what it looked like before in the video. My goodness. Wonder if that CD drive is original or not. Let me know if you have any ideas for upgrades or anything for this, especially once you see what it can or can't do once we get it booted up. One thing I'm feeling on the bottom though is it doesn't feel like the feet are, yeah, they're not all there, are they? Yeah, I don't know if one of them maybe came off inside there, but there's one of the feet missing. It's not holding level. Well, looked through the bubble wrap, couldn't find the other foot, so I'm just gonna replace it with some of these little furniture dealios, because I actually quite like these more than like rubber in some cases. Yeah, they're often the perfect size too. Look at that. Wonderful. Check it out. Now we can just slide it around. It's not gonna get stuck in anything or, yeah, you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up with some peripherals and see what is installed on here, although I don't think much. One thing to make sure of though, this coming from the UK, we'll need to switch it from 230 to 115 there. Otherwise, we would have some power issues. Yeah, looking pretty good. Get her all plugged in and whoa. I guess it wanted to turn on by itself. All right, yeah. Nice. Media test failure. PXE E6. What does that mean? I don't know, but it's loading Windows 98, so that is a thing. It's finding the monitor. Well, so far so good. Greeting. Yeah, that was definitely an LGR startup.
Thank you very much for watching.
Dude, that's a nice touch. That's pretty funny. Okay, so that's the exit window sound and the startup.
Greeting.
I forget what video that's from. I want to say Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver or something. Yep.
Greetings.
Hot Wheels. I was right about the Hot Wheels part. It's the Hot Wheels computer restoration. Neil, you're a dork. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see what all we've actually got in here. We've got, wow, it's a lot more RAM than I thought. 383-ish megs. I wonder if that means there's, no, that's like 384, so that's about right. So the Vanta, that is what I'm wondering if that's like a 16 meg card, 8 meg, I don't know. Sound Max integrated digital audio, we're gonna have to replace that. I mean, we don't have to, but I probably will. Registered to RMC, what? I'm gonna have to re-register it. It's my computer now, Neil, can't have it back. Right, so let's hear what these sound like. I'm curious about the MIDI capabilities. You've got probably, hopefully, if you installed all of the media on here. Indeed, we did not install all the media on here. Daggone it, sir. I need all the media. It did at least copy over the Windows 98 CD, so that's good, so we can do that. I always do this. Anytime I'm setting up a Windows 9X computer, I install all the multimedia, man, because you have to. And the accessories, like, you want the wallpaper and the games. Didn't even install games. What kind of retro man cave are you running over there, sir? We don't need quick view, that's stupid. We do need the screensavers. Desktop themes, yes please. Don't necessarily need a web server. Yeah, it looks like he just went with the default settings, which is understandable. He was doing a whole lot of computers. Okay, so we should just be able to point it to... There we go. Let me get the camera set up in a better spot here while it's doing its thing. There we go. So now we should have MIDI files to play with Really, we only need one. What a dinky little MIDI wavetable. That's pretty cool though. Add some reverb. Oh. It's not the worst sounding wavetable I've ever heard at all, but it's got some weird little sounds. Like, listen to this instrument. That that little synth right there. Oh, what a weird little thing. Reverb sounds awful, but yeah, that's fine. It's I've never heard of this 3Com U-Synth. That's interesting to me. The Sound Max, man. I've had a couple of systems with Sound Max chipsets like that, but I've never seen one with this. That's cool. Yay, new things. I wonder if we can change it over to like AdLib emulation. It does not have that. That begs the question, what is DOS compatibility going to sound like, if any? That's always a thing with these computers. It's always fun to mess with them because of that too, because you never know. Okay, so we do have some Sound Blaster emulation set to 300. Let's move that to 330. 220 IO 51, that's pretty. Enable, please. 3D effects, no. You must reboot your machine. Let's do that.
Thank you very much for watching.
That is so dumb. What is this? PXE E61. I'm gonna look that up. PXE stands for Pre-Boot Execution Environment. Okay, to boot up using a network interface. Okay, so yeah, I don't need that at all. I'm gonna just turn that off in the BIOS next time. I don't like extraneous error messages, man. Even if they're not hurting anything.
Greeting.
Dang it. Stop using Task Scheduler. Get rid of all these things while we're at it. I'm sure everyone has their own particular Windows 98 base setup that they go with, but I've got mine and I stick to it. All right, so now let's see if we can change over to emulation of another. Well, we still can't, not for MIDI. So I guess MIDI is straight up just going to be this EU synth, but we should have some DOS compatibility now. All right, well, let's try a daggum DOS game real quick. The choice for the first one is obvious. Gotta go with Duke 3D Atomic. Put the CD drive to the test. Duke Nukem time. Actually, no, before we do that, let's check here. See if we have anything. We do. So it's loading CD drivers and auto exec. Just see, I mean, which is cool. That's more than I thought it would have, honestly. So that's good. Yeah, again, let's just run this through the prompt. There we go. CD-ROM spinning up, doing its CD-ROM stuff. Don't know what speed that is, but it's pretty speedy considering how quick it's moving over that group file. LG CD-ROM, CRD8484B. It's a 48 speed. It is the IBM version though. LG sold them in a black faceplate, but IBM has the IBM beige. All right, 515 Sound Blaster, probably the Sound Blaster Pro. It sounds like it's adding reverb to that. Yeah. What a funky thing. Nothing's enabled in there, but of course that is just the synth. I mean, 3D effects are not applied to digital audio. I specifically turned that off. I'll just try general MIDI here in 330. Nice. Let's see how it goes. Hear what that Sound Blaster emulation is like. Ooh, yeah, that is definitely kind of garbled. Crunchy, noisy, interesting. Oh, that's terrible. I honestly didn't expect much better though. Yeah, you hear that? It's like, oh man, it's like it's running through a bag of chips. Oh no! Oh no. Ah, that's inverted. Turn that off. Yeah, that's just what you get with some of these integrated sound chips back then. They were not good. So yeah, definitely gonna be dropping like a Sound Blaster Live or something cool in here. Maybe a Sound Blaster 16 or AWE 64 or any number of the billion other things. Even like an Aureal Vortex 2 would be pretty excellent. Lots of choices. Ah! Of course, we are restricted to PCI only because there are no ISA slots. Yeah, I am. Baby. Alright, well Duke Nukem works, just not very well. Maybe it's the Sound Blaster Pro part, because I was telling it to try and emulate the Pro. Maybe it'll do better with another one. I don't know. I love testing this kind of stuff out, honestly. Especially when it's a system I've never used before. It may sound like I'm complaining, and I'm actually just having fun. So, let's see. Sound card type. Let's try the 2 point... Well, no. Let's try 16. Because maybe that's what this... Nope, still sounds like horrible. Let's just try compatible. Nah, man. It's just not a good sound chip at all. For this anyway. I mean, it's probably fine for Windows things. I don't know. We'll try that here in a minute. One more thing I want to try, though. Let's put it back to 16. And then let's try mono. That's way better. Mono 44 kilohertz. Oh. Whoa, that's even weirder. Did you hear that? Whoa, dude. And one other thing I want to try, AdLib. I don't know if it even has AdLib or FM synth emulation, but it doesn't. It doesn't have it at all. Just what I thought, because I didn't see anything in the control panel or anything else about it. So it does 330H for the general MIDI. That's, yeah, again, pretty typical for these kind of things. These are fascinating, man. Ah, this is neat. Okay. So we should at least have sound that's not crunchy. Never mind. Whatever. And I would try it in DOS mode, but as we saw earlier, it doesn't even have, it's not configured for that. We might need some like DOS mode drivers or whatever. So let's get something else, like a Windows game here. This is a Pentium 4, right? Like 1.6 or something gigahertz? Yep, a Socket 478 Pentium 4, 1.6 gigahertz with all these things. 256K L2 cache. Got a IBM manufactured Intel chipset motherboard, i845 chipset. Interesting. 384 megs of SD RAM, PC 133. And still don't know exactly how much memory is on the video card, but I'm guessing 16. It is a Vanta 16, so I think that means 16 megs. Actually, you can just run DXDiag and get that. And yeah, 15.5 megs. So about 16 megabytes of video memory. Not particularly great, but that'll let us play some games, so let's do it. So let's try some Unreal Tournament Game of the Year Edition, and then Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. In my experience, these are the type of games that are pretty much ideal for a system like this, at least with a half-decent video and sound card, which this does not have. But let's try it anyway. This will install DirectX 7. Good times. Let that do its thing. Let me get a floppy disk really quick while this is installing. Okay, I got a disk filled with some bombastic fiddle faddle, also known as Planet X3. So let's insert that. It is reading. Nice. Well, thanks for fixing that up, Neil. I was fully anticipating fixing it up myself, but he was so kind as to do it, so I didn't have to. It's refreshing to have a fully working system here. I am so very often getting machines from eBay that like 50,000 things have to be done to them before you even see a hint of it on video. This is just like, unbox it, here we go. Ooh, which one is gonna complete first? Planet X3 or Unreal Tournament got ye? We will see. Looks like it's gonna be PX3. Yep, it is. Floppy drive wins. How exciting. Of course, we won't have any music on here, I don't think, because that uses AdLib. Now we can use PC Speaker, of course. Yeah, not the loudest PC speaker, but it works. Yay. All right. Floppy drive. Ah! Very much working. You know, with how bad the Sound Blaster support was, I just had to see if maybe it was drivers or software or something. So I actually went and found some updated SoundMax drivers through IBM's old FTP, or an archive of it. And as far as I can tell, these were the latest ones for this model. It's like a 25 megabyte file, seemed pretty substantial. So yeah, I got them copied over to a USB thumb drive here, and yeah, the USB does work on here. Unfortunately, the front ports don't seem to, so I had to plug it in the back, but whatever, minor thing, I can hopefully fix that. Anyway, with the new sound drivers installed, it actually has another icon down here. So it got rid of that other thing, the EU synth, and this is what it's got now. So yeah, a lot more options, especially in terms of MIDI music. So look at this new one here. Let me open a MIDI file. So you know how Passport had that weird synth and it was all twangy and just odd? Now listen to it now. Yeah, that is a lot closer to what I expected. Yeah, everything sounds better. Reverb, chorus, just the bass instruments that it's using. So that helped. Let's go over into Duke 3D and see what Sound Blaster emulation is like, because unfortunately it got rid of that little tab here for setting things up, so I don't even know if it's going to work anymore. I'm going to assume it's the same settings, but again, it's not letting me check in the control panel. Hey! That sounds clear now. That's a thing. Music, general MIDI 330. Oh, that's not good. Well, it seems to have broken the general MIDI now. Huh. Wow, it's just like muted in DOS. And yeah, I mean, I've got the software synth balance turned all the way up. I mean, I did before, but I mean, it still is. So either way, we should have like nice sound in Duke now, just no music, I guess. No, that still sounds really corrupt and garbly and crunchy.
That's wrong.
Oh, that's terrible. Never mind. You know what? I'm just going to say this is a garbage sound chip, especially for Sound Blaster emulation. No real surprise, but I'm surprised at how bad. Oh dear. Let's try some Windows games though. Yeah, Unreal Tournament time. I don't recall this playing particularly well with the NVIDIA Vanta card that I had back in the day. Mine was 16 megs as well, but mine was like the TNT2 Vanta. What was that? What was that? And the system restarted. Well, reinstalled the old drivers for the sound because it was just super unstable with any Windows games I was trying to run. So let's try that again. Yeah, it was not shut down properly last time. It did not. There we go. .640 by 480, 16-bit color depth. It supports 32, but we're not going to go there. And it selected medium skin detail by default, so let's just stick with that. Ooh, look at that frame rate. It's trying. Man, this brings back memories of like bad performance, yet still entirely playable. Whoops. Yeah, for a short period in time, I definitely played this on a TNT2 Vanta 16 meg card on a compact Presario. And then I upgraded to a Voodoo 3 and things were a little better.
You like that?
Yeah, there's something about the not perfect frame rate that is oddly alluring. I don't know, again, like weird memories, I guess. You keep spawning in, I'm gonna keep killing you. There we go. It's over now. Ha-ha! Alright, let's try out some Need for Speed 5. See how that goes. Again, I don't remember it being great on this card, but this was a lot faster processor than I had back then, so I'm probably even misremembering my own performance memories. 640 by 480 by 16, high and very high settings. It'll be fine. Give me that 72 911S. Yeah, nice and red. Classic.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yep, this definitely runs better than it did for me back then. Higher processing speed for sure is helping, and a lot more RAM. But yeah, even with this Vanta, this is way better, man. Ooh, I'm going way too fast. Oh man, I would have been so happy if NFS 5 ran this well for me back. Even on the Voodoo 3, like when I installed that, I don't think it ran as good then. Yeah. Pentium 4, baby. Yeah, I always wanted a Pentium 4 like so badly at the time. This game just had so many problems running on the different systems we had access to, me and my friends, you know. With my compact Presario being like a 750 or 850 megahertz, whatever it was. I want to say an AMD Duron or something. My friend had a Pentium 3 laptop. Neither of them ran them anywhere close to this. Especially not with the GPUs they had. Like I said, adding a Voodoo 3 did help, but even then, like, you still need a quicker processor and things like that. Obviously, this has a lot more RAM. I'm going too fast. But yeah, even just swapping out for a better video card in this machine would make this an excellent Windows 98 gaming PC. Sound card too, of course, but that's less important, I suppose. It would be nice to have one with better DOS support, of course. Oh yeah. Good old Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed.
You won the race!
Yes, I did. Thanks for noticing. All right, well, we got to try like a strategy game or something here, because this is like a great machine for that. All the processing and the video card is more than enough for like, oh yeah. Oh, hey, it's done. Yay.
Rob Burger, Kia. Rob Burger, bitte. Rob Burger.
I'm get some green over here. Time to attack them. But anyway, ideal system for strategy. And anything that's not, you know, ridiculously graphically intensive. But like I said, even with just a simple video card upgrade to like a 64 megabyte card, something like that would be excellent. Love to put like a GeForce 2 or something in here. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Kill him! Get him, boys! Or not. Just get got, boys. Well, so it goes. Oh, good old Age of Kings. And there we go. That is the IBM Net Vista. What is this? 6792? Whatever it is, man. It's the Retro Man Cave Net Vista. Well, now it's the LGR Net Vista. Net Vista. I'm saying that word a lot because that's what it is. And yeah, this was not quite the video I intended to make this week. I had 3 other projects fall apart completely. This actually was going to be an LGR blurb on my other channel, but yeah, like I said, everything else fell apart. So this turned into an LGR video, I guess. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed seeing this regardless. And yeah, do go and check out the original videos of RMC restoring these things and perhaps donate to the charity if you're feeling charitable. Once again, that's about it. Let me know what you think of this machine if you had any experience with it. Regardless though, we should be getting back to some more structured, scripted LGR fare next week, so hope you stick around. And as always, thank you very much for watching.